Welcome to Projection Reflection. I'm your host, Coordinato, and today we're reviewing M. Night Shyamalan's Split. This film was released back in January 20th of 2017, was directed, of course, by M. Night Shyamalan, and music by Wes Dylan Thornton. The cast includes James McAvoy as Kevin Wendell Crumb, a.k.a. The Horde, Anya Taylor-Johnson as Casey Cook, and Betty Buckley as Dr. Karen Fletcher. The plot of the film goes that though Kevin has evidenced 23 personalities to his trusted psychiatrist, Dr. Fletcher, there remains one still submerged who is set to materialize and dominate all of the others, compelled to abduct 3 teenage girls led by the willful, observant Casey. Kevin reaches a war for survival among all of these contained within him, as well as everyone around him, as the walls between his compartments shatter. This film was very well directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It is by far his best looking film out of all his films. The cinematography in this film is just amazing. The shots are outstanding. Just some of the shots that he does in this film, like the people he gets to do, I forget exactly who the director of photography was for this film, but they did an excellent job. Like, the shots are beautifully done. This was such an outstanding performance by James McAvoy in this film. The way he could portray so many different personalities. Like, I legitimately thought that there were different people in, like, that he was different characters. Like, there's a scene where he's... Oh, I'm going to give away spoilers in this because the film's been out for like 2 years. I mean, if you haven't seen it, sorry for your luck, but go out and watch it if you don't want to be spoiled. And then come back here and watch the video. So, as I was saying, there's a scene where he's talking to himself in the mirror, and the shot just moves from one personality to the other. Like, there's 3 mirrors. I think there's only 2 mirrors, but the way that the camera's positions and the way that the mirrors are set, like, it's almost like there's 3 people there. And the way that James McAvoy portrays these characters, you completely forget that it's just one person. Like, he does it so well. I'm surprised he did not get at least an Oscar nomination or won an Oscar for this film, because his performance was that incredible. I absolutely loved him in this film. Anya Taylor-Johnson was also really good as Casey Cook. I liked her as this kind of tortured youth character. And she was a very strong female character, but also, of course, very tortured, has a very tortured past. Man, some of the scenes I gotta talk about in this film. Kevin and Dr. Fletcher's talks, very well done. Betty Buckley and James McAvoy had very good chemistry together, and you could feel like these two had known each other for a good while, and that they truly understood each other. And the scenes between them were pretty, like, thought-provoking and intense. I really enjoyed those scenes. Hedwig's dance scene in this film. This is, of course, the little kid personality within Kevin. I believe I heard from another fellow reviewer that the dance is actually him, like, of course, dying and then becoming a zombie. Like, there's a whole story behind the actual dance that he performs, and it is very well done. Like, I'm not sure, like, what music he's using for it, but the music is very well put in there. Like, it's a very good choice. It fits well within within the film, like it's almost like this monstrous kind of dance. Like it's very cool but very frightening at the same time. It's the same thing with like Hedwig's character. He's very like cute and nice, but he's also like he could just switch like that and be scary. Like I love that about Kevin, about James McAvoy's character. Like he could just switch from being like really nice and cute and funny, and then just he switches and it's like very eerie. Let's see. Basically, all the scenes with Kevin in this film, all the scenes with the Horde, are just... That's basically the whole film. He is the absolute star of this movie. I know, like, kind of Casey is kind of put in the front a little bit, but I think Kevin is definitely the main character in this film. This is his origin story. This is his supervillain origin story, considering this takes place in the Unbreakable universe. And this film is an incredible origin story for a supervillain. Let's see. Another one of the scenes that I really like is the video footage scenes, where it shows more of the personalities within Kevin. And James McAvoy just does so well at doing so many different voices and different like personality traits, like just the way he moves his body for certain characters. He just kind of morphs, just like the way the character does. He morphs into these different people without changing his physical appearance. And 2 thumbs up. Casey's flashbacks in this film, I thought those were okay. I mean, of course they were dark. One of the flashbacks that really stuck with me was the part where, as a little kid, she was holding a shotgun to her uncle. Like, she wanted to kill him. Like, you could see in her eyes, like, this little girl they got to play Casey, she did pretty good for what she was given. And she had a very striking look in that scene that you thought, yeah, this girl killed this guy for sure. Of course, that didn't end up happening, and well, really sad for her. What else can I say? Very eerie music in this film. What was his name? Wes Dylan Thornton just does an amazing score in this film. It's a very good companion piece to, of course, the Unbreakable score done by James Newton Howard, but it's very eerie. Like, it knows when to like kind of switch and get you in that eerie mood, that eerie, mysterious, creepy mood. This music, especially when the beast shows up, it's really, really scary. Like, the music, it matches with what's going on very well. Let's see. Oh, one of the things I said, the movie knows when to be funny and when to switch automatically to scary. Like I was saying about the Hedwig character. He could be funny at times, and then Patricia, that's her name. The Patricia character within Kevin, she could also be funny at some times. And those characters could automatically switch to being funny to being like incredibly scary. Dennis, to me, that's the character that's always kind of scary. He's always very off-putting. Of course, Dennis, another personality within Kevin. But yeah, all those, it just switches. It can switch like that, and I love it. It caught me by surprise the first time I saw this movie in theaters. I believe Unbreakable. Unbreakable solidifies Split, because there are some things you could nitpick about in this film, but once you watch these together, once you put them together, they are a very good duo, a very good duet of films, and they complement each other. Like, Unbreakable fixes things that are wrong in Split. The whole thing about, it's hard to sell like the whole personality thing and having superpowers within those like multiple personalities. Like, it's kind of hard to, it's a little hard to believe, But I believe Unbreakable, once you put that into this, it solidifies it, and it's like, oh, okay, I can totally see this existing in that universe. I mean, I gotta say, with the Unbreakable, at the end, when it is shown that David Dunn was a part of this universe and still is a part, like, of him, showing him and showing that there will be another story with both the Horde and David Dunn, like that blew my mind when I first saw this in theaters. I was just like, holy crap, this is going to be outstanding. And I cannot wait to see Glass when it comes out. I am very excited. I mean, I've heard mixed things. I know critics, I mean, I myself a critic, but I'm not like other critics, you know what I mean? But critics aren't very big on it right now, but yet audiences are loving it. And, you know, I'm an audience member as well. I'm not just a critic, I'm an audience member. And I take audience members' looks at the film much more seriously than I do critics. Because sometimes critics, they're just not good. If you know what I mean. Their vision of... Because people see things differently. People look at films differently. Everybody has different tastes. And, I mean, I have different tastes. So I will look at this film... I will look at Glass completely differently than, like, a normal movie critic would. Getting back to Split, this film gets you like incredibly pumped for what's going to happen next. It gets you incredibly pumped for Glass. I mean, it's crazy that I had to wait another like freaking 2 years basically to finally see the freaking third film in this amazing trilogy, the 177 East Trail. The 177 Trail trilogy. This is probably, Split is definitely like my second favorite M. Night Shyamalan film. It is just incredibly well done. It's a very good looking film, great music, incredible performances, especially by James McAvoy. I give this film a 5 out of 5. It is incredibly good. I know, of course, I gave Unbreakable a 5 out of 5 also. I love these two films, and I cannot wait. To see Glass and have it fill the gap in this incredible story. So I hope you guys like this review, and I'll catch you later.